I'm a little bit late. I do apologise. I just thought, obviously it's going to take a while to see if anybody's going to come in. Hello, if you are joining us. Hello, if you're watching the replay. It's like a decaf coffee morning. I just thought people are waking up maybe just now. And yeah, I don't know. Let's start the day on a positive rather than just waking up, watching the goddamn news. I don't know. It can't be handy. So yeah, here I am. Just me. I'm just checking whether the stream is actually working because I have no idea. Yes, it is. I see. Hi, Louise. Welcome. So yeah, Jesus. Morning, Kevin the Transporter. Grab your morning decaf coffee or tea. I'm on the tea. How's everybody feeling? How are we doing? Eddie's staying up. He's in the US, man. He's doing the night shift just to be here for the morning coffee. There's lots of people. Kevin's joined us. This is good. So, how are we feeling? I've got a few things to talk about. Hi, Sammy. She's got her morning coffee. I like it. Oh, Louise is feeling more positive. That's good. I've got to say, thank you to Eddie and the Patreons, because they're paying for the software that's allowing me to do this, going live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So, appreciate it. Also, just to get these notes out of the way, the podcasts are moving. I'm taking them down off the Anxiety United channel, off YouTube. There might be people watching this on Facebook. But I'm taking them down off YouTube and I'm putting them onto their own channel. So I'll keep the Anxiety United channel as vlogs and me talking crap, the normal stuff. And then I'm going to move the podcast to a completely new channel because some people might not enjoy them. So yeah, let's talk about this uncertainty crap, this time that we're living in right now. It's weird. How is everybody coping with being on lockdown? Eddie, are you on lockdown in the US? Because us in the UK, we're locked down, man. We can't do nothing. But I'm an expert at self-isolation, practicing this for many years. But how are people feeling? Tell me, how you feeling? Well, I vape. Excuse the dog if you can hear her. She's chewing. Frustrating. People are frustrated. Yeah, I can see that. It's so surreal. On Saturday, me and my girlfriend went out to do a bit of shopping. The shops. Hey, Drew, what on earth is going on? What are you doing up, young man? I thought I'd do a live stream. It's the coffee morning. So grab a coffee. Yeah, me and my girlfriend went out shopping on Saturday morning. And, we just go to there's a couple of local shops. They're not big supermarkets. They're just sorry, Eddie is locked down. Yeah, we went to the grocery shop and it was just half the shelves were empty. But we managed to get the bits that we needed. And then after that, we went to where the retail park is. It's just shit tons of shops. Fucking Halfords and your Next Home stores and Asda's and all that crap. And they were all completely empty, obviously, because they're shut, apart from Asda. But we got fuel. And I had to put tissues around my hand to use the fuel pump because that's obviously something that's spreading this goddamn virus. But we were driving back from there. We were driving home. And I just looked at my girlfriend and she had tears in her eyes. She was getting well upset by it. And I think it was the realization of the whole situation because she's been at work all week. She works for a Ocado, who are a home delivery shopping company. So for her, she's just been getting up as normal, going to work, doing her normal day, and not really noticing, apart from the social distancing stuff that they're doing at her work, But like other than that, it's just normal for her. So she spent the whole week and not really noticed any difference. But then on Saturday when we went out and like she could see the place that we usually go if she wants to go to a frigging shopping, like it's usually packed there, chocker. But the only place that was open was Asda, the supermarket, and the queue for that like was up into the car park. People just standing with their trolleys, like being separated. I don't know whether they were restricting the amount of people that could go in or what. But yeah, it was weird. But it was just something that, like, we had to go and do some shopping because we can't do online shopping because it's like 2-3 weeks if you want to wait for a delivery, which is crazy. But like my girlfriend works for Ocado and she says there, I think she said there were like 7,000 orders behind or something like that. I can't remember exactly. But they're so far behind with the stuff because the orders are just coming in and people aren't just ordering like a normal 40-50 quid's worth of shopping. They're doing like 3 times that amount. It's ridiculous. But stuff that's going to go out of date anyway. Like you can't eat more food than you normally would. Don't know. But yeah, the things that are missing off the shelves is like your tin stuff, your toilet paper. Like we go to one shop and there's just no fresh meat in there whatsoever. But then we go to another one 500 yards down the road and they've got loads of stuff. So it's weird, man. Weird. Louise is too scared to go to the shops. Are you too scared because of the coronavirus or too scared because like your anxiety? Like what's the fear? Because when I've been to the shop, like I've been to the shop more in the last 2 weeks, while we shouldn't, than I probably have in the last 2 months when I could have. It's weird. Yeah, stand 2 meters apart. That's what I've noticed. Like when we've been going to the shop, our local shop, which is the one that we usually go to, they've got a notice on the door saying that only one person from each household is allowed to go in there to like try and keep the numbers down of the people that are going in there. It's just weird, isn't it? Like we've never experienced this, but nobody has, and that's what's crazy about it. Anxiety and catching it. Oh, as you have chronic illness, yeah, so that's understandable. Like keep yourself away from that. Like I'm nervous about it because my girlfriend's going to work. So like she's working with, I don't know, hundreds or maybe thousands of other members of staff there. And then I have to go and pick her up at the end of the shift. And it's like, you know, she's at risk, which means I'm at risk. Like I've got a cold now, but I think we all know that I always have a snotty nose anyway. Like I just can't help that. Sammy is the shopper. Her partner's still in work. So you're doing the household shopping. That's good. That's good that you're getting out. Because I think that's one big fear, isn't it? It's that like people with anxiety, they don't want to be stuck indoors because they want to be able to push those boundaries and keep working on making progress, I guess. That's the thing. Like, I haven't been getting out much in the last few months anyway. But like I say, I've been out more. I've been out more recently than I have done in months. Anita goes out 2 times a week for shopping. Girlfriend has to wear a mask and gloves. Yeah. I think they're wearing gloves there, but they haven't given out masks or anything. There's a few people at her work that are using masks, but that I've just seen on the news, and she told me the other day that Ocado have bought 100,000 COVID-19 tests. Apparently, like they've spent 1.5 million on tests so they can test staff. So anybody that's displaying symptoms, I think they can test the staff to ensure that they can go back to work. That's what I'm led to believe. Morning, Giles. Thanks for joining, man. I just thought, like, here's a question. How many of you are still lying in freaking bed, you lazy buggers, while you're drinking your morning coffee? I was up just after 5 a.m. this morning because my girlfriend had to start at 6. That was rough. Eddie's lying in bed. But that's all right, mate. Must be like 3 a.m. there. We can accept that. A police helicopter went over Kevin. Eddie's going to drift off to sleep. Go on then, mate. I think you deserve it. You need your rest. Louise is eating breakfast. This is good. I just thought, because I see so many people doing live streams and that, and I don't know, I hate doing them, as you know, from previous experience. But I thought, why not? Do something. Something is better than nothing. Like, this is pushing my anxiety right now. So yeah, it's been ages since I've done a vlog video. Like, I was thinking of doing one today, but then I thought, no, I'm going to do this. Coffee morning. Decaf. So yeah, I need to do some vlogs, but like, vlogs means going out, and we're not allowed to do that. So yeah, that was the idea, Sammy. That was the idea. Definitely help people who are stuck in alone. That's what I was thinking, man, because it's like I'm at home on my own all friggin' day, looking professional, sick. Yeah, I'm at home on my own all day, pretty much every day. Yes, Drew, StreamYard, man. I like it. I might use it if I do more live streams, but I doubt I will. But I just thought, while my girlfriend's at work, take her at 5, 6 in the morning. I'll do this at 9 a.m. when she's at work. And then it's just like, if you want to join it, join it. If you don't, don't. You ain't on your own, and neither am I. If anybody wants to actually join me and talk, like, I can get you into this stream and we can go half and half screen, like if you're dressed. I don't want any nudity. If anybody's up for that, I can drop you a message on Facebook and you can get in. Like, have a chat. I don't know. It's an option. We can do that. We have the technology. It's gone quiet. So yeah, vaping. Let's do some vaping. Morning vaping. Hear that sound? It's nice. I actually, because like this is random. This is random. I bought a new vape pen. Vaping 101 this channel is now. But the coils, because you get coils in it, like it's burnt already, which really pisses me off. And the company that I bought it off had a note on their website when I bought the pen that they were going to get new coils in 2 weeks ago, and they still haven't. Drew's going to join me, man. Sweet. I'm going to send Drew an invite, and he's going to join me. So bear with me a second, man. Drew Linsalata, the anxious truth. We send him a message. I have no idea how long this is going to go on for. Please bear with me. Oh, Sammy, do you smoke? I didn't realise you smoked, mate. I don't know whether vaping is any better than smoking, to be honest. Like, it's all bad for you, surely. There you go. Yeah, man. My first live stream, I think this might be the first live stream I've ever done on Facebook, which is interesting. And it's taken a worldwide epidemic for me to do it. You've upped your game. I like it. That's a point. Like, are you allowed to go to the shops for cigarettes? Oh, tell us about the first recording with the psychologist and what went wrong. So, I did a podcast with a psychologist, and I just didn't like it, man. I just didn't like it. I need to plug some headphones in so I can hear Drew when he joins. Yeah, I did a podcast with a psychologist, and it just, like, the ones that I'm doing, like, I don't know these people that I'm doing podcasts with, so it's like, it's completely new. I've never spoken to them before, apart from, like, for literally a minute before I start recording the podcast. So it's like I don't ask any questions. I don't do any research, which maybe I should, but I just don't, because it's supposed to be like a casual thing. I don't want it to be scripted. I don't want them to prepare. I want them to be like, I want them to not have time to prepare answers for the questions. So it's like I don't know, whatever comes to my mind. It's usually crap, but that's the way I like to roll. But there was just nothing. Like, I didn't have any questions for her because she didn't struggle with mental health herself. She didn't have like a history of anxiety or panic attacks. So it was like, it almost felt like I was trying to be a journalist, and I ain't a fucking journalist, am I? I'm just me. So it was a bit weird. I just felt like maybe I should have done preparation for it, but even then, like, I wouldn't know what to ask, really. I don't know. Just didn't feel good. Whereas the last two that I've done, I did the podcast with Johnny Benjamin, and he has schizoaffective disorder, which I realised maybe triggered a few people like watching the podcast, which is kind of part of the reason as to why I'm moving the podcast to a different channel on YouTube. I think it's got like 13 subscribers so far. But I will be putting a new podcast out later this week with a girl, Miss Anxiety, who I've sent you a message, Drew. I've sent you a message, man. Yeah, she deals with emetophobia, and she had an eating disorder and generalized anxiety. So, like, I'm hoping that one's going to be a bit more beneficial to people. I want to share stories, I think. That's where we need to go with this. Like, it doesn't need to be famous faces. It just needs to be people that have a story to share, because people like being able to relate. I guess that's the key, isn't it? I think young Drew Linsalata is going to join me. Let's do this. Yeah, textbook psychologist. Nightmare. They don't know anything about going through it, only theory and classroom knowledge, and that's pretty much how I felt. It felt like I was trying to sell it, and it just didn't work. Giles liked the podcast with Carl and Drew. It was brilliant. Here's Drew, man. Yo.
What up, dude?
How are you, man?
Why am I streaming with you at 4:30 in the morning?
Is that what time it is?
It's ridiculous. I fell asleep a little early last night, and now, like, all right, so I guess I'm up. I'm like, might as well stream with Billy.
We got us all doing crazy shit, man. I'm live streaming on Facebook. What the hell?
Yeah, what's that all about? So you're StreamYarding now. I'm using it.
I thought, yeah. I'm streaming on YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
Yeah, pretty smart.
Woo.
Pretty smart.
Technology, man.
Am I helping at all?
It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. I don't mind.
Yeah. We have a big audience or what? Should we sing a song? What should we do?
What do you want to do? Yeah, karaoke.
Yeah, we'll do some karaoke. Sounds like a good idea.
How's things over there, man?
Things over here are all right. They're we're a little ahead of you, I guess, on the curve here, on the timeline. So
I think, yeah, you got more confirmed cases, haven't you? But you're testing way more people than we are.
Yeah, especially in New York right now.
Yeah,
my state has been like super, super aggressive. So we're testing people like wildfire. But so, yeah, we got a ton of cases. We're leading the league in cases right now. But, we found out yesterday that our hospitalization number here, at least in New York State, the doubling period for that is getting bigger, which is good. Okay. So, yeah, so that's a little bit of positive news. But But we're in the same boat. I was listening to you describe yesterday. You go into a shopping center and things like that.
So surreal, man.
Empty. The only thing that's open are, the pharmacies, food places, but otherwise just empty parking lots. Yeah, it's weird.
It's just so weird. Like the queues outside the pharmacies, like they're letting one person in at a time, and it's
strange, right? Yeah, to see people standing online is really kind of strange. Some of the stores are doing that here, not all of them, but some of them are. So it's just to limit the number of people in the store at one time. So
we keep getting like press reports of parties going on, like 25 people at a karaoke party, and famous people going out and freaking yeah, it's
Yeah,
not good.
we're having it too. I think as time has gone on here, though, especially in the area where I live, because it's kind of the coronavirus epicenter of the United States right now.
Hmm.
I think people have started to. We had to start to clamp down on things like closing the parks in New York City and stuff like that. And there's less of it going on now. People are, I think, have started to realize, like, oh no, I guess we really do have to do this thing. So,
do you think there'll come a point where it'll be like people are going to start getting pissed off with staying at home?
people are already getting pissed off at staying
I
at
know,
home.
yeah, and it's like a fucking week. People are already
Yeah. For us, it's been. Let me think. I guess it's kind of been about 2 weeks now for us, at least here in this part of the country.
Mhm.
And it is, people are getting a little stir crazy. I think it's weird when you can't do the things. Not like I have to, but when you
Yeah.
can't, it
Yeah.
becomes the thing. Like, oh yeah, I really can't do anything right now.
Mhm.
This gets weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Like I said I feel like I want to go out and do more. Like I haven't felt like I want to go out. I just want to go out for a bit.
What's that all
What?
about? It's weird, right?
10 years.
I know. It's why start now?
Yeah.
The other day I went out to get the mail. Like it always seems to come back to the mail. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah,
So I have to drive about 2.5-3 miles to the place where we get our business mail. And like normally that would be like a 10 or 12 minute drive because of traffic. Nothing. The road was just empty, just straight through. Yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah,
but it was like exciting. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get the mail. Yeah, I was all happy.
Whee.
Yes, big outing for the mail.
It's weird because when I take my girlfriend to work in the mornings, like we usually get caught in traffic. Same when I'm picking her up, but it's been nice. It's been good.
Yeah, right. That's one benefit to it, right?
Yeah. We'll stick with that.
It is strange, very strange. But I don't know. I mean, I think people are getting used to it here. I think, it takes a little bit of a while to sort of get used to a new normal. But
yeah.
No, it is what it is.
What about Mr. Trump? Is Mr. Trump doing a good job?
I'm on a British show now, so I guess I can speak freely. That's totally fine.
Yes.
I try not to get into it too much, but oh Jesus, I mean, how is this a thing? Really? So here, what's going on is there's all kinds of polls going on because clearly we're in an election year too. So he's clearly running a re-election campaign as opposed to trying to lead in a crisis, and it shows. So right now, the two people that Americans seem to want to talk to or listen to most are our head infectious disease expert, and who just stands behind the president and like shakes his head when the guy talks. He's the guy that said like, hey, look, we're going to look at these new drugs. We have this is just anecdotal evidence. We don't know it's real. And the president like shoves him off the podium and says, I'm a pretty smart guy. I like these drugs. These are good. Drugs are good. So he's that dude. And then the governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo, who's like every day, everybody tunes into his press conferences because they're really good. So if you want to get a better idea what's going on in the U.S., like follow the governor of New York because it's just the facts. This is what we're doing. Here's our plan. He doesn't talk about himself. He doesn't call himself a winner. If I could go on. You want me to just rant about the president?
Well, Boris Johnson's actually got friggin' COVID-19.
I heard. So what does that mean? Is he like hanging out at home? He's chilling at 10 Downing Street?
It means he was holding hands with his peers rather than social distancing. That's what it means.
We had the day our dude, we have our dude and your dude. Our dude for months was saying, it's nothing. We got this. And then when he just finally decided like, oh, I guess it's not nothing. This is bad. We need to do stuff. He came out and did a press conference, and this is why I love the internet. The internet is such a good place. And he said, like, okay, our new official guidelines for the White House is no more than 10 people, and there were 19 people on the stage. And of course, the internet everybody had to make a meme out of that. Anyway,
that's the only positive. The amount of quality memes that are coming out at the moment.
There are some good ones. There are some good ones. If it wasn't for the memes, what would we all do?
We'd be stuffed, man.
I think there are positive things that are coming out a little bit, though. Are you guys seeing that? Like some of the...
I think so, yeah. Like the support for the key workers, like the NHS is getting... Like, I think 750,000 people or something like that have volunteered to help them.
Yeah.
So that's pretty inspiring, man.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. I don't know what they can do, but it's just like helping.
I guess hands are hands. There's a lot to do, so it can't hurt, right?
I did look at it. I looked at the website myself. I was thinking, but then I thought I'll probably be a fucking hindrance.
I don't know how
No.
to do anything, but I can come and help anyway.
Yeah. I
That'd
might
be
have to
fun.
run off,
Just
hide in
get in
my
the way.
car.
You guys doing that thing where like everybody goes out at whatever 8 p.m. and roots for the NHS, or was that a one-time
That
thing?
was just a one time, yeah. It
Yeah.
was actually funny. So I'm gonna hold my hands up and say that I didn't go outside and clap. I was eating my dinner. So I'm
Well, then,
sorry. Priorities.
priorities,
But
exactly.
we were sitting on the sofa and like I could hear this noise and I was like, what the fuck is that? It sounded like it was raining outside, but it had been a beautiful day and I was like, what?
Oh,
And
and
then
it was the thunderous sound of applause.
yeah, everybody
Yeah.
was out there. So
That's
I clapped between like chips. But I did my bit. That's what I thought. I did.
between chips.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
fries. Fries,
No, I
sorry.
get it. I could translate. We've been
Yeah,
at
yeah,
this long enough, you and me.
yeah.
Anyway,
But then, yeah,
so there you go.
it's
So
nice. It's
that's what
inspiring.
that's what's going on in America right now.
It's crazy.
Nothing special.
Yeah.
I guess we're
I've
all
got
waiting to see how long this is going to last, more than anything else.
well, they're saying over here now, likely 6 months. Maybe not full lockdown, but 6 months before things are going to start to
Yeah, I,
feel normal.
I think we're seeing like New York is a good barometer because we're so far freaking ahead of the game in the bad way.
Yeah.
We're clearly where our cases are way ahead of everybody else's right now. So what we're probably going to see here is in the next 3 weeks or so, it's going to get super ugly here, super ugly.
Think the same for us.
And we're going to hit that peak, and the curve was not flattened the way we thought it was going to be for the most part. And so we're just in the process of trying to meet the demand temporarily when this wave crashes on the shore. And then I think we're going to see a different place in about 4 or 5 weeks here because that wave will have peaked and start to go back down again. And then we'll see as it rolls throughout the rest of the country, but probably months of on and off restrictions to manage this after that. So we'll see.
It's crazy. Like I see all over social media, people freaking out after a week. Like when you're really after 6 months or like 3 months of doing this, it's gonna be.
I know.
Like people that it alarms me, man, because you see people saying that they're anxious already. Like I think a lot of disorders are going to come out of this. People are going to be the mental health numbers are only going to rise, man.
It's hard. It's hard for people that don't have anxiety problems. I think.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
It introduces so much uncertainty, financial uncertainty, and all that stuff. It's difficult. People are getting caught up in that fear a little bit, which I understand. What's strange is that no routine. I mean, it's hard. So I keep trying to tell people, and I've done quite a bit of streaming lately, I think, but like you got to try and make a routine and stick with it, even though it's an artificial routine to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But it is weird, so I find myself up at 3:30 in the morning, and I'm sitting on a video stream with you because I'm like, well, why wouldn't I? What's the difference?
Yeah, man.
I mean, my business is still running, and we have things to do, but nobody's going to the office, and that's which is fine, and it's all virtual, and nobody seems to be in a routine. Even my clients that are still running and we're dealing with, it's weird. It's just like time is irrelevant now. I don't know what day it is. It's weird.
Yeah.
That happens.
It is a bit like that. Yeah.
I don't know. What day is it? But trying to get out every day and get outside, take a walk the dog, maybe ride the bike a little bit, some semblance of normalcy if possible.
Yeah, something. Stay busy. Do whatever you can.
Yeah.
I think that's when it starts getting weird, is when you're just sitting staring at the wall
with nothing to do. If I had nothing to do, that would be difficult. I guess people who we'll talk about that a little bit. I mean, if you can't work because you're off work right now and you don't have a job to do at home.
Yeah.
What, that has to be difficult. You're just trying to fill the time.
Yeah. That's because like you say, like I'm always freaking tinkering on the internet. I can always find something to do.
Yeah.
Think of some stupid, pointless operation.
Something to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it. We have there's one interesting thing. So one of my clients is they make cast stone products. So if you're renovating a building and it used to have like carved granite ornamentation and stuff, you don't do that anymore because it's super expensive. They make custom molds and they cast it out of concrete and it's all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. But starting now, they're actually making these plastic disposable enclosures for that hospitals are using
Right.
when they have to intubate patients to put them on ventilators and things like that.
Mhm.
So this guy
Mhm.
quickly, in 4 days, him and his like designers and his engineers and stuff, they got together, they designed this thing that doesn't exist, but
Mhm.
that, we're short of equipment.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
starting to make that. So we're building the purchasing and order tracking system for that. So it's at least, it's a good project to be involved with. I feel like
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
helping,
Yeah, yeah.
and it keeps us busy, but otherwise it would be difficult to, all right, what do I do today? I guess,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I've got a few bits of work on, but not many people are scrambling for websites at the moment. You know,
Oh yeah, I know.
it's like,
All of the web work that we had was
yeah, yeah.
just put on hold. That's it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know.
Strange times.
It is. Somebody said like this will be they'll be reading about this in books one
Yeah,
day.
I posted on Twitter saying our children's children will be
Yeah,
researching this. This will be history.
it will be history. Like
Mm,
in so many different ways, sociology and mental health and
mm.
public health, epidemiology, everything we did wrong,
Yeah, that's the point.
which is a lot.
How will we be remembered? The people that couldn't sit at home and watch TV.
Yeah.
But there we
Well,
go.
yeah, that's been pretty amazing. Like your grandparents were called to war.
Mhm.
You're just being called to sit on your sofa. Just do
Mm.
it, will you?
And
Yeah,
we
I get
can't.
it.
It's too much of
Is-
a struggle.
What's the big pushback over there? I mean, here, America is built on like rugged individualism and like F you, you're not going to tell me what to do. We were built on that.
That's
So
true.
that is a lot of the
I
pushback
would
here.
say, like, it feels like a lot more people are with the government now.
Mhm.
Like at first it felt like everybody was on top of them wanting school closures and stuff. So I think they've all been wanting the same thing.
Yeah.
I think we just got a handful of people that are not prepared to sit at home
Yeah.
but I think it's through boredom rather than just being arseholes.
Yeah. People need to work. They need to make money. I get that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're worried about
but
not
I
working.
think a lot of the confusion over here is like who's classed as a key worker. Because
Hmm.
my son works for I'll say it, he works for Screwfix. They're like they supply DIY parts like screws and tools and shit like that. And he's still going to work. So like that's classed as an essential shop, which is a
Yeah.
bit weird.
That is
So
weird.
I don't know. But
I
then
thought,
you've got to think like if there's an emergency plumbing situation or
right.
you know
Right.
what I mean? So they need parts. So I don't maybe. But
We had that. The building trades,
mm,
some are essential, it seems, and it depends. It differs state to state here. So
yeah,
there is
yeah.
no national kind of thing.
Mm,
Um, like, I guess the governor, whoever's calling the shots in New York, I guess the governor, he
uh-huh.
decided that, agriculture is essential, which I guess it is. We still have to
Yeah.
grow food and that sort of stuff. Then they decided that landscaping was essential. So,
Uh,
if you need your planting bed trimmed up and mulched,
we can do it.
we cannot delay that, evidently.
Mm,
So,
mm.
I don't know. It is a little bit weird. It is a
I
little
think it should literally be groceries. Like it would be nice if the supermarkets could close and just
right.
everybody go online, but I realize like the queues are stupid for the online stuff.
Yeah, you do that normally, don't you? You guys use
I
delivery
always
or
do
something?
online. Yeah, I looked at the online shopping, it might be 2 weeks ago, and
Right.
it was a 3-week wait then. So like now it must be
Wow,
even more freaking ridiculous.
that's crazy. I don't know. It's pretty big here, but I think I've heard people complaining like, "Oh no, we have Peapod. Peapod is pretty big
Mm,
here," and people are saying like, "Oh no, my delivery is really, really delayed now." But
mhm.
the stores, at least here on Long Island, I have not encountered like, "Oh my goodness, there's nothing in the shops."
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
It's been okay, and everybody's been like nice to each other and trying to be distant and
Mhm.
limiting the time that we do it, and it seems to be working out all right.
Yeah, the shelves aren't too empty here. Like you can get what you need.
Yeah, yeah.
Seems that they're managing that quite well.
We had
There's enough to go around.
the first week or so of panic. Everybody
Mhm.
panics like, "Oh my god, this is going to be the zombie apocalypse."
Mm.
And then a week later, when they go back to the store and now there's stuff on the shelves because that's still working, then everybody
Yeah,
figures,
yeah.
"Oh, I guess I don't have to do that."
Mm.
So yeah, that took a little bit. So I don't know.
Silliness.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
We'll see where we end up, man.
You're gonna see. How many people are watching? Is anybody watching us right now?
There's not many. There's only 17.
Oh.
We had 29 at one point. Woo!
Damn.
It may be a bit early for people. I don't know.
It is
If it-
here.
If I didn't have to get up to take my missus to work,
You wouldn't be doing it.
I would still be in bed. Trust me.
I get it. I get it. And this gets hard to, I mean, I've done a fair bit of streaming too. Like if I don't have a topic, I've done the like, let's just hang out, and then
Yeah,
people like it, but
it's the decaf coffee morning.
I didn't even make coffee yet. I should have.
I just had tea, but I've drank it now.
I have nothing on my desk except hand sanitizer, which anybody want to buy this? Like,
Ooh, can we get it shipped?
sure, absolutely. Send it over by carrier pigeon.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I've had an issue with getting my vape juice.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know whether people are bulk buying it or what, but I was placed in a queue on the website the other day.
To get vape juice?
Yeah.
This sounds critical.
I would assume, I think it's because the vape shops are closed.
Oh,
Like we've got about 300 shops on one high street here.
yeah, really?
Charity shops and vape shops, that's what's popular.
And they're empty.
Well, they're all closed.
Ah.
So
people
are...
Who's going to fill your order?
Yeah.
One of the things that I thought was really kind of interesting was when I saw what they did in France, and I don't know why it struck me. Like when France went on lockdown, they're doing the just groceries, pharmacies, and tobacco shops. I don't know if anybody's in France right now. I guess tobacco shops are regulated or whatever there. And I thought, well, that's an odd essential thing. But then I thought, well, what are you going to do? Like throw people into nicotine withdrawal at the same time as locking them in their house?
Don't do that.
It's a recipe for like the second French Revolution.
Riots.
Our liquor stores are open in New York, so you can get food and booze. Yeah, I guess same thing. You know, like
it's essential.
It is essential.
What's your plan for the day then?
My plan for the day is when everybody else wakes up in a few hours. So ridiculous. We're going to be working on. I'll have a couple of calls this morning on that intubation enclosure project thing that we're working on, and then I just have a long list of stuff that I can work on. I'm working on some stuff for the book, and I have some website stuff to work on and stuff for my own business. This is a good time to like work on your own business. So, you know. And it's just such a strange thing because there's no deadline on anything right now. It's all self-imposed. So like, well, what do I want to get done today? I'll make sure I do some exercise. I'll try and get out if it's not raining. I don't know. That's what I'm going to do. Probably watch more episodes of Drunk History because I forgot how funny it is.
There's only so much TV we can watch, man.
There is. There's only so much binging and stuff. And I'm not even like a big TV guy. So
oh shit. Yeah. No, I don't usually, to be honest. I think I started the podcast at the right time.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right. Just when nobody's paying attention to anyone's podcast. It was a perfect time. That I will tell you. So when I do have to record a podcast. I release on Wednesdays, but the last two, the numbers are like down by 40%. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Yeah, my YouTube has took a huge hit.
Huge drop. Yeah. If it isn't coronavirus, no one's paying attention. And I understand. That's fine. I get it. So we'll see. I think
annoyed.
It's you're annoyed.
Yeah. Well, I've decided I'm moving the podcast to a different channel. I'm starting its own channel because, like, I assume people subscribe to my channel because they like my crap, my vlogs that I put on and stuff. So I'm noticing that I'm getting subs, but at the same time I'm dropping them. So it's like staying.
Yeah, it's related though. No, sort of. I mean,
yeah, but I think like I did the last one that I put on. I think it was Saturday, maybe Sunday, was with a guy that has schizoaffective disorder.
Right.
So it's kind of like triggering, maybe.
Oh, I get it.
Because he's talking about like paranoid delusions and stuff like that. So it's like that's the big fear, isn't it?
Yeah.
The fear is that we're going to go crazy.
Yeah, might be a tough topic for people with anxiety, if possible, but I guess we'll see.
I'm going to shift it. It's got its own channel now.
Yeah.
It's like start from fresh. It's got no subscribers. So it's not even monetized. Shit.
It's always interesting when you're talking to 0 people. You have your microphone on and camera on, like no one's listening to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are. Well. They'll listen.
Yeah, we've got a few. Hello, James. James is watching. You just commented.
I can't see the comments. You could see the comments on YouTube and
there you go.
James Savage. Hello, gents. What up, James? You can see the comments from YouTube, and it would just StreamYard tech talk now. That's all this turned into.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like it, man.
I haven't streamed to YouTube yet because I've all but abandoned my YouTube at this point. I barely publish there anymore. So maybe I'll do it. I don't know.
You're not missing much, but yeah, you can see all comments. You can put
Cool.
on.
Very cool. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I got going on coming up. I guess it's gonna be an exciting day for me.
That's the coffee done. Cup's empty, man.
Oh, does that mean the show's over?
Yeah, pretty much. I might do it again tomorrow, man. I'm gonna do it again tomorrow, maybe from 9.
Do it.
9 a.m.
I will not be on tomorrow. Hopefully, because that means
I'm gonna bombard
you're gonna send me an invite, even if I'm sleeping, as I should be right now.
Yeah,
it's too funny. All right, well, I'm glad I got to hang out with you.
Yeah, cool, man.
That was cool.
We'll do this again.
We will. All right, brother.
All right, mate. I'll speak
Have a good day. See you guys later.
Ta-ra.
Bye.
And that's it. That's it, man. I don't want to do too much. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Again, the podcast is moving. But if you're watching on Facebook, then this will make no difference to you because I'll just share a link anyway. Go and watch the frigging podcasts. But if you're on YouTube, there will be a new channel for the next podcast. I might leave the ones that are on already. But yeah, I'm moving them. And we'll start afresh. So yeah, you need to go and subscribe to The Breakdown Podcast on YouTube. If you can find it. Good luck with that. And that's it, man. I might do this again tomorrow. Let me know if you watch this in a replay or whatever. Yeah, let me know. All right, Michael. Good to see you, man. I hope you enjoyed your decaf morning coffee. This was interesting. I'll try and think of something else to talk about. If anybody is interested in joining me, as Drew just did, like on tomorrow's morning coffee thing, coffee morning, yeah, drop me a message on Facebook or whatever. Maybe do one on ideas for promoting the channel. Yeah, maybe. I need help with promoting the channel, man. You all know that. I'm always bloody asking for retweets and shares and likes. Hey, Olivia. I know, you missed it. It's early. Yeah, late already. You're still awake. Go to sleep, man. But yeah, thanks for watching. We'll think about it. I'll think about it, but we'll talk tomorrow, no doubt. 9 a.m. for a coffee morning. Make sure it's decaf. And I'll see you later, man.